do not know this, but there are nearly 100 billion nerve cells in your brain. What if I told you that in little as 15 minutes, a man-made thing could change the way these work? I'm talking, of course, about illicit drugs. Illicit drugs are a taboo topic to most and are not commonly talked about. But today, I will inform you on the different ways marijuana, cocaine, and heroin can affect your brain. Starting off with marijuana. Marijuana is a depressant. A depressant makes you calm and relaxed. According to the NIDA, or the National Institution on Drug Abuse, this causes neurons to become unresponsive. Neurons are nerve cells in your brain. When your neurons become unresponsive, this keeps your brain in a calm state, meaning you're mellow, you're not too excited, you're just constantly relaxed. This also results in slower body movements and reaction times. Your brain is like a muscle. The less you use it, the weaker it becomes. This causes difficulty in thinking and or memory loss. Even though neurons are unresponsive in your brain, there are still parts of your brain that are actually magnified. This increases your imagination. With an increased imagination comes hallucinations, delusions, or psychosis. Due to the unresponsive and overreactive parts of your brain, this creates hormonal tension in your brain, causing mood swings and, in some cases, bipolar depression. A study shows marijuana also affects the neurons that control your appetite. Tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, is the main active ingredient in marijuana. This can interfere with your olfactory bulb, which is your sense of smell. This amplifies your taste and sense of smell, increasing your appetite. If you look here, you can see that there are high cannabinoid levels in the brain are shown in yellow and in orange. In contrast to marijuana, cocaine is actually a stimulant. Stimulants increase your energy. The NIDA says that dopamine can't recycle, and that is how cocaine affects your brain. The problem with this is because usually dopamine can recycle back to the cell that it comes from. However, cocaine stops this cycle, making a buildup of dopamine, increasing your tolerance. Every time your intolerance increases, there's a need for higher dosage to achieve the same effect. Sympathetic nervous system is another big role in how it affects the brain and body. This is known as your fight or flight system. This system is responsible for releasing adrenaline, meaning it increases your heart rate, and noradrenaline, which makes blood vessels constrict, increasing your blood pressure. The sympathetic nervous system causes irregular heartbeat from the adrenaline that is released. Muscle twitches can also occur due to the adrenaline. Obviously, constricted blood vessels are part of the sympathetic nervous system, but constricted blood vessels are not healthy for a long amount of time, and it is proven that the effects of cocaine can last from 4 minutes to anywhere to 90 minutes. Because the sympathetic nervous system prepares you for danger, users are in a state of irritability and anxiety. Dilated pupils also can occur, causing light sensitivity as well as touch and sound sensitivity. Similar to cocaine, heroin is a stimulant. Cocaine and heroin share similarities on how they work and impact the brain. Heroin binds to your neurotransmitters, which are your chemical messengers between neurons, and stimulates the release of dopamine. Gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, receptors that respond to neurotransmitters is blocked and does not know when to stop creating dopamine, making a buildup. Like cocaine, this increases a higher need for higher doses to achieve the same effect. After long use, this creates hormonal and neuronal imbalances that are not easily removed over time. Over a long period of time, heroin also lessens the brain's white matter. The white matter is the tissue in the brain composed of nerve fibers. When your brain's white is lessened, this makes it harder to make decisions, harder to regulate your behavior, and harder to handle stressful situations. If you look here, you can see the effects where the place where heroin affects the brain are in red. In conclusion, the brain, even though extremely powerful, can be affected in different ways by marijuana, heroin, and cocaine.